All right, what's up, guys? We're going to have another video here talking about sort of the early setup of the OOTP replay. What we're looking at right now is how to import a ballpark from another season into the game you're playing now. This is taking a little bit longer to create than I was hoping because of some directory issues and issues with where things are saved. So without any further ado, we'll get into this. We're going to look over here, first of all, at the New York Mets team. As you can see, I've got my face kind of floating up there. We'll move myself down here a little bit. Go look into the Meet the Team page, and you can see that I do have the correct jerseys and the correct hats and everything selected now. Finally, it took a little while to get that set up. Wasn't doing it automatically. I'm not entirely sure I understand why. What you want to do to change your ballpark is you want to go to info, and then you have to go over to ballpark. It's set up right now to be Shea Stadium. So when you import a team from an older season, it will come with the same ballpark that they used, right? We kind of want to change that here. Now, this is kind of controversial, right? I went over to Flushing, it was this past August. I've never seen Shea Stadium in person. I did see Citi Field, but I wasn't inside. It was outside actually a couple different times. Took a couple of nice looks at it, and I kind of liked it and was interested in it. And I thought, for this project, it might be interesting. Technically speaking, we should have the Mets playing in the Polo Grounds because that's where they were in '62, but that's kind of a long way away from Flushing. It doesn't quite feel right, and Shea Stadium would be nice, but I kind of want to see what would happen if we used a Citi Field, and I'm especially interested in Citi Field back before they made it a little bit more of a hitter's ballpark. So let's see what we can do here. So we have this open. We're going to edit a ballpark. We don't necessarily want to save over Shea Stadium, which looks oh so beautiful. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go to add new park. Here's our new park. And then manually import data from file into park. Then we'll go up. I've saved this over in Ballparks. There's Citi Field. We're looking for the PRK file, and there it is. We don't want to keep the current park factors. And there you go. There's one rendition of Citi Field from around 2011 or so. And that saves the Citi Field. It's saved as type open ballpark. Everything here is about right. And the ballpark factors and all this stuff, at least in theory, are set up correctly for that season. Now, this isn't adjusted automatically in 1962. If we were really geeky about it, we could go into this and say, oh, well, we really better, make sure that we have all of this set up right and all of this. I'm not going to get too deep into that. That's not such a problem. This, I believe, automatically saves. And if we look at the 3D model of the park, we automatically have a nice looking 3D model of Citi Field as it was originally created. You can see that there. So what we want to do now, if I remember this right, is we go back to the Mets, go over there to info, and we'll go over here to ballpark, and we want to edit the ballpark. And we want to change this, I believe. I didn't save. That's interesting. Let's see here. Citi Field. There we go. Does that save it, or do I have to do something else? Let's take a look and see. That has not saved it. So this is going to take me a second, just a second. Ah, yes, I found it now. Now I remember. So what you have to do to set the team to the ballpark is you have to go back to home. OOTP has too many settings. This is the problem. You go over to home and go to that settings page. And now you can assign new parks. See, it's really small here by ballpark. You want to go to unassigned parks, Citi Field. There you go. And now, when we look at this, see, you can edit your ballpark from here as well. Now you go back to info and over to ballpark. It is set as Citi Field, identification number 25, and all of the settings are exactly as we wanted it to be. So there you have it. It's, it's a little bit difficult to do. It's not as easy as it should be, but if you are patient and you go through it and you don't let the game get the best of you, you too can change your settings in your OOTP replay and play it the way that you really want to play it. And that's kind of where all the fun is. So I'll talk with you a little bit later, and we'll figure things out from there. Bye-bye.